video, we have a seller beware type of situation. If you choose to sell on Mercari, I just want to, highlight a situation that happened to a friend of mine and put a little bit of a positive spin on it, as we, usually try to do here at Bryce Comics. And I think it'll be interesting to say the least. But before we hop too far into it, I want to remind you of those giveaways here on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, comment, and like. You're entered to win 2 free slabs. Head over to the website, use code COLLECT10 for 10% off all in-stock items. I should have some new big boy books listed around the time that this video drops, and potentially some more on the way, so look out for those. If you sign up for that newsletter, you'll get first access to those, and you get entered to win 2 free slabs as well. I want to give a shout out to my employee, the director of operations, affectionately known as Young Marcus here at Bryce Comics. He also has a YouTube channel focusing on Pokemon cards, so there'll be a link down in the description if you want to go give him a follow, show some support. And he's doing a special giveaway, and we'll link that up down in the description as well, so you can get in and win some free Pokemon cards. So go check it out if you want to familiarize yourself with the world of trading cards and Pokemon. A lot of valuable information over there for newbies and seasoned collectors alike. So let's talk about what happened to my friend Lee here. He's Cooley Comics over on Instagram. I suggest you give him a follow. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel, way back to the early days of Comically Correct Comics, how I started out, and just a good member of the community. But this post just really stood out to me. It says, you paid a shipping surcharge. First of all, those two words should never be put together. Shipping surcharge. Your package costs more to ship than the label you chose. It doesn't affect your delivery, but we deducted the difference from your earnings. You entered 12 ounces. The carrier reported 2 pounds 6 ounces. The buyer paid $5.99, and your new delivery cost is $18.45. And this is the item that you sold: a single raw book for Deviant #1, a Liber Mejo Virgin variant. He sold it for $10. It says your original earnings was $10. You now earn $0 is your new earning. And this is just such a kick in the nuts to me. Like, when I saw this, I was just like, oh no, because here's what this poor guy goes through the trouble to accurately list, package, and ship a book. Went through the trouble of photographing it, making the listing, and getting the sale. That's the thing. As a comic book seller, it is hard enough to get the sale. So anytime you get a sale and do everything right, and then something else comes in and takes the money away from you, it is just such a kick in the nuts. And so now he earns $0. And let's see what he had to say about it. He says, just need to vent. Mercari states that USPS deemed my package to be 2 pounds 6 ounces, so I lost the money from the book. I totally understand if it was off by a few ounces here and there. It happens, as scales need to calibrate and such, but 2.6 pounds with an overcharge of $18 is a single raw book. There's no way it was 2 pounds 6 ounces. That's just absurd. He reached out to Mercari to dispute, and 4 times they replied, stating the same robotic response of the importance to ensure it weighs properly and the dimensions are correct. I explained to them the dimensions I put states from their system that it doesn't affect rates. They also stated that they reached out to the carrier and they said there was no mistake on their end. Of course, they're going to say that. There's no way to prove otherwise. I'm upset based on principle that Mercari couldn't admit and take in all the evidence I provided with a video of the exact same book and mailer on his scale, weighing 10 ounces. So that's what gets me about this. It always blows my mind when a big company like Mercari refuses to, support their sellers for over $10, and he went through all of this trouble. I mean, I just think about all of the infrastructure to employ a customer service person to respond 4 times to a message. I mean, that has to cost more than the $10. Mercari is just such a bad look. Everything about this is such a bad look for Mercari. The notice that they sent him, you paid a shipping surcharge, you now earn $0. I mean, they could work on the delivery of that a little bit or something. Anyways, so here's another picture that he shows of the exact same thing on his scales, 10 ounces. I mean, we all know that one comic book is about 10 ounces, it's or less. Certainly not 2 pounds 6 ounces. So, leave a note down below. Have you had any experience selling on Mercari? I have heard nothing but bad reports and bad stories about shenanigans and this and that. And I don't know if it's really worth it or not. I've never sold on Mercari myself, but I'm curious to know from people that have it, like, is it worth it? Why not just use eBay, you know, if it's really that bad? So I'd like to hear from you guys down in the comments if you had any bad experiences with Mercari as well. And as far as it goes for Cooley, I'm going to send you a stack of Bryce Comics exclusives that you could sell for and definitely make your money back and more for this, just to flip it around, just to put a positive spin on this. I'm a big believer in, you know, putting positive energy out there and that good things happen, and you deserve it, dude. You went through all of this trouble. You're actually, you know, I'm looking at your page and, you know, it looks like you're having a great time, you know, selling books to fund the hobby. And I just want to send you some books to try to lessen the sting from this. And if you're watching this and, you know, you collect the type of stuff on his page, go give him a follow. He's definitely a good dude. And man, I'm so sorry that you went through this. Mercari, do better, man. We're trying to work for you, and you guys got to step up, Mercari. All right. Thank you for listening to the rant, and, you know, put some positive energy out there into the comic community and see how it comes back to you. All right. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.